Hi everyone, welcome to my construction video of Patiala Salwar. Construction is basically sewing. The technical word for sewing any garment is the construction of the garment. So I've already done the patterns for Patiala Salwar. If you've seen my previous video, you would know how to cut the pattern for Salwar. In a lot of other videos where other people are teaching how to do Salwar, they show it directly on the fabric, but I'm not a very big fan of cutting the fabric directly. I feel that if you make the pattern first, you can always keep using them again and again, and that's like you don't need to work on it. On your pattern again and again. So if you have your pattern ready, all you need to do is just keep the pattern, give your seam allowance and cut the fabric. Now in this video I'm showing you how to cut the Patiala Salwar using the patterns that I've made earlier. I will share the link for my video in which I have taught how to make the pattern for it. Now look what I have done here. I have folded the fabric once and then again diagonally folded. So one side of it has a fold and another side has 4 layers. Okay, and then I'm keeping this pattern in a way that the center is on the fold and the curved part is on the layered fabric. So the 4 layers of fabric is there and the center front, the fold where I've kept the pattern, that's a folded part. Now after keeping my pattern, I am going to pin it and then give 1/2 inch seam allowance all around it. And yeah, just make sure that your seam allowance is accurate. Although it is such a voluminous piece of garment that even if you make a little bit of mistake here and there in the seam allowance, that can be accepted and can be forgiven. But try to give 1/2 inch seam allowance uniform. You don't want your length to unnecessarily increase. So length, it will be important that you give the uniform seam allowance. Now open up all your pins. Once you open it, you will have 2 layers of it. Now keep the pattern on the other corner, the diagonal corner. Mark your hem and give 2 inches width to it. Okay, and cut that off. Now this piece we will be using for the bottom stiffness. If you've seen, the salwar has this border, very thick stiff border, which gives a nice structure and a good finishing to your salwar. So cut that off, and now the remaining fabric I'm going to use the top panel, the belt of your salwar. Now I've kept it on fold again and I will need 2 layers of it. So at the top, give extra for folding, because you will need to put a string or an elastic there. In any case, you need that extra. So on top, give 1.5 to 2 inch seam allowance and rest of it 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now the remaining fabric, cut some bias tape it. If you notice, the fabric is already on bias because of the way you fold it. We folded it once and then we diagonally folded, so our fabric has become biased already, and hence just cut some strips for doing the bias tapes for the suit, which by the way is another video altogether, but you can use this for creating string, the drawstring that you will make. Another thing, I have used 2 meters fabric for this. There is a PDF which explains every steps, all the details of the drafting. If you need that, please sign up for the newsletter, and I'm sharing the link in the video anyways, so you just sign up there and you can get that. Now as you can see, you have to sew the sides of this belt and then sew the channel. I have already done that. I have sewn the sides and I created the channel. If you're doing the elastic, then you will need to keep a little bit of opening so you can insert the elastic and then later close it. If you're doing a string, that you need to open the front seam a little bit so you can have your string coming out from there. Anyway, so your belt is ready. Now we are doing the bottom part. Now for the bottom part, as I've told you earlier, that it has 2 layers. So join these 2 layers together from the sides, from the smaller side. Just give it a machine stitch, and I've done that already in this video. So after you have the 2 sides ready, take the one side and connect it to the back side of the belt. Now how would you know which is the back side? Basically, wherever you gave the opening for your elastic and your drawstring, that would be the front side and the other one will be the back side. Now you have to join the one end of your bottom with the top of your belt And now look at the way I'm joining it. I'm giving two pleats inward, okay, at the back side. So do the pleating, put your pins, and then place the belt. Make sure that you're placing it properly, or everything has to be done from the wrong side, not from the right side. It's a very common mistake. While you do it, you're not able to visualize which is the front and the back, but just think few steps ahead and then put your pins. Okay, so your back pleating is sorted. Now find the side, two side ends, basically half of the belt from both the sides, from your left and right. Find that and put a pin there. Put the pin on both the side and secure the back. Now take the center front of the bottom and join it with the center front of your belt. Basically where your string is going to be, that is the center front of the belt. Now let's start creating the pleats. The pleats will be facing outward, and hence the pleats will be facing inward for the wrong side. So if you want your pleats to be facing outward in the front side, inward inside the pleats will be facing inward. So keep folding your pleats. Try to give uniform width to all your pleats, not too small somewhere and too big somewhere. So try to give 1 inch fold every time, and keep placing your pins, attaching the belt along with it. Join it, make as many pleats as possible until your bottom fabric is fitting the belt fabric. So it should match at the end of it. All your pleating should be done by the time your belt is completely matching with the bottom fabric. Let's now create the bottom hem for the salwar. Remember the two strips that we had cut off? Take those and cut some fusing fabric or paper, whichever you have. Take the fusing fabric and paper, cut that in the similar shape. Cut two of them and then iron them on. After ironing, keep the strip on the right side in a way that the right is facing the right, and give a stitch at that bottom. After stitching, we will be folding it inward and giving some pattern on it, but I'll show that on the sewing machine. Let's take everything onto the sewing machine and start sewing the pleats first. The pleated part, the one we had done at the top, let's give a machine stitch on the entire circle. After the pleating is done, let's join the hem part, the bottom part. Keep that strap that we had made earlier, and from the right side, in a way that right is facing the right, the strap is facing the right. Give half-inch seam allowance and sew the hem. After sewing it, turn it inward and give another stitch on top of it. Now from inside, on the other end, fold half-inch and give another stitch on top of that. Your machine would have few zigzag stitches on it. Even though your machine is a very basic one, you will still have some zigzag stitches on it. Use those to create some pattern on it so it looks nice. and then create the same thing on the other side as well. After that, let's join the inseam. So from the wrong side, match your crotch, match it exactly, put a pin, and then start putting your pin toward the hem at the bottom of the pants. So if you've cut your fabric accurately, your patterns are definitely matching because obviously you've checked them, calculated them, and you've cut your pattern, your fabric using that pattern. So there's no way it will not match unless you've given some extra seam allowance or cut it wrongly. So match the hem, match the bottom, match the crotch and put your pins, and then take it to the machine and at half inch give a stitch on it. After that, your basic structure of the salwar is ready. All you have to do now is prepare the string for the drawstring, or if you're doing elastic, you have to insert the elastic and sew that, or if you're doing the string, you have to prepare the string, and from the front of the uh, channel that you created, you have to insert that string. So let's see how all that is done.